I want to tell you guys something. What's going on right now is California's trying to figure out about crypto. My name is Ben. We're talking balls. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto, and we are not an insider with banks, which is real good because there's some out there that are. Guys, my name is Ben. Come to you live every single day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're setting your clock right now and it's not exactly 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that is on you. That is your fault. Today is Monday, January the 2nd. Oh, you know what I just remembered? We got to do our we have to do our Pluto Alliance thing. Let me bring that up. Let's see. So dice roll random.org. Let's see here. The dice roller. We got that, and then we also got we got to go to the list sequencer. Is that it? Like list sequencer, games, home. Let's go here. So we only have two left. Taco sent me, I think it's Saturn and Mars, which means, by the way,
technically we'll know both.
We'll know both of them today. Yeah, so we won't have to do it next month.
Everybody wins.
Last dice roll.
Welcome to 2023.
Where's the list generator? See, integer, list sequencer, list randomizer. Here it is. Okay. All right, guys. So for our Pluto Alliance holders, we've given, for the last 10 months, we've given away all of our YouTube revenue from Google AdSense, or all the profit anyways. So we are actually going to be changing that starting on March 1st. We have two more planets that are going to be picked. We are introducing a newsletter, and our Pluto Alliance holders are going to get access to that newsletter. We are going to be, it's going to be $100 a month. It's going to be weekly. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I think $100 a month. I think that's our price point. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. We've brought in a full-time writer just to work on this. And it's going to be its own brand. It's going to have its own Twitter account, and it's going to be really cool stuff. So we're really excited about it. And, so that's what we're going to be doing. The Pluto Alliance holders are actually going to get more value out of the newsletter, $100 a month, $1,200 a year, approximately, than most of them got with our YouTube ad revenue. You're going to have to stake it the same way, so that way people aren't, passing it around to get the newsletter every month. So we're really excited about it. But for this month, we have to randomize here. Let me pull this up here. Saturn or Mars, who's going to win this month. So we're going to roll the dice. So the dice roll is 6. So that means that we're going to randomize this list of Saturn and Mars. Let me just double check. Make sure that's what it says. Saturn and Mars, 6 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the number. I was looking at the wrong place. 5 and 6. Saturn, you are the winner for this month, meaning Mars will be the winner for next month. And don't forget, guys, smash the like button if you like that. Everybody's off today, and we're in the studio working. Me and TJ and Johnny, and guess who's back? Frankie Candle's back in the house today.
Back again.
So, we're here working. Felix Zapita says DCG is in trouble. I would tell you that they're not. We're gonna have a lot more information on that in the coming weeks.
Yeah, that's what I didn't get to finish my sentence right before we went live. I was hearing a lot of chatter that basically Silbert has to get this figured out by Wednesday or something.
He already has it figured out. I'll tell you.
That's what I think too.
Mm-hmm. This is the DCG stuff has been greatly overblown, and there's a lot more to this. Can't really say right now. In the coming weeks, we're gonna have some evidence. We're gonna be showing you guys some stuff about Digital Currency Group, about Barry Silbert. Its relationship to some other companies in crypto, and there have been a lot of rumors that CoinDesk is going under, and I'm hearing that's actually not true. So we'll see how it all plays out, of course. But there you go, guys. Is that the right thumbnail?
It's just a random thumbnail. We don't have. We actually have 2 different thumbnails today. That's
we do. Yeah. That's one of them.
That's one of them.
That's the same one we used last week.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay. Can we change it to the other one?
To another one that we used more than last week ago?
Oh, what? We didn't have a thumbnail made today at all?
No. I didn't think about it until I was hitting the go live button.
Oh, well, cool. Well, there it is. Michael Saylor buying more Bitcoin last week. That's the exciting thing for 2024. All right. So guys, the Bitcoin is up right now, and I'm actually stuck in a short right now, and I'm hating my life. Let's see. I don't think Garrett is right on 10,000 May bottom. I think the next 3 months, I think the bottom's already in. That's my personal opinion. Remember this. Gareth does not grade things on a 4-year cycle. He only looks at the charts. He doesn't take that larger history into context. In my opinion, I think the Bitcoin has already bottomed. I get more sure every day. I said last week I was about 65% sure.
It was supposed to be a little. The title was a little tongue in cheek.
Yeah. Edvardes Yogudas. Bitcoin crazy bullish 2023. This guy's such clickbait. Then get the F off my channel, you idiot. If you don't like it, then leave. It's very easy. You don't have to come here and say negative things. You can just go somewhere else for 2023. Why don't you make that your New Year's resolution? Edvardes? What kind of name is Edvardes? What kind of name is that? That's the dumbest name I've ever heard in my life. I've seen a lot of names in this chat. And Edvardes is the stupidest one I've ever seen. It's like your parents didn't even know how to give you the right name, and you've been nothing but a burden to them. They were so excited when they saw the pregnancy test, and they said, oh my gosh, we're going to have a baby. Let's come up with the stupidest name ever, but he's going to be a great kid. And now look at you. This is all you can do. Edvardes. Your last name is Iguana because you're a snake. Reptilian person, lizard person, okay? So Edvardes, if you haven't figured out YouTube works on clickbait. Do you know why we did that title, Edvardes? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Nobody knows how to say your name. That's a problem. I'm pumped up today.
Yeah.
I'm pumped up today. Can y'all tell? Edvardes is the new freaking Kenny. We killed him. We killed Edvardes. He can never come to this chat again. Come on, Edvardes. I hope you come in and you say some crap because I really want to see it. You know why I said it's crazy bullish? Because the price is up $200. That's insane right now. That's insane for Bitcoin. It's up $200 in 2023. It's the greenest candle we may have all year. So yeah, it's crazy bullish, Edvardes. Happy New Year's, Ben. Let's get it. Thank you.
Hey, when it's been trading in that tight of a range, any kind of movement is
any kind of movement's bullish. Michael Saylor bought Bitcoin last week. Look at the thumbnail. No one's more handsome than Ben. Well, that's true.
Welcome to 2023, guys.
2023. It's a new year. It's a new year here at the Big Boy Crypto channel. There you go. He says, you minge? What is a minge? Not only do your parents not know how to spell your own name, you don't even know the English language. What is a minge? Nobody knows what that is. Get out of my chat. Stop coming in my chat. He's got to be. You know what they did? I tell you what happened. You want to know what happened, TJ?
What happened?
Kenny went to Chat GPT and said, how can I come back as another person and make BitBoy more angry than I did last year? That's what Edvardes is the result. That's what you get. That's your freaking AI.
Oh, that's funny.
Edvardes is 3 names in one.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, sorry.
I'm gonna look that up.
All right, guys. I don't even know where to go after this. Show's over. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Actually, this person was wrong, but that
is what?
That's pretty funny. That's a pretty funny.
This guy. What is this guy? Australian? His name's Edvardes, and he's Australian. Somebody needs to go find a tarantula to bite this guy. That's why. Let's go. They say everything in Australia would kill you except Edvardes because he's a puss. Okay. All right. Let's move on, guys. We went on. I will say this, guys. If you want the price of Bitcoin to go up, smash the like button and ask TJ to leave. Because we were at the Peach Bowl, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
On Saturday night.
Uh-huh.
And Georgia was getting smashed. Thank you, Eddie Parrott. What's up? Happy New Year, BitSquad. We were getting smashed. I was never worried, by the way. I told everyone I was not worried the entire game. Not even on the field goal. And TJ left, and we were down by 14 points. And then we outscored Ohio State 18-3 and won the game. So thank you, TJ.
You're welcome. I did my part. I said it as I was leaving. I said, look, if I leave now, there's still time for them to make an epic comeback. And they did exactly that.
You got to give Edvardes credit, though. He kept coming back in the chat. That's more than we can say for Kenny. So give him credit. Not only can he not read a room and it's stupid, but he also has a stupid name. So anyways, the point here is that announcement that TJ doesn't know. Do you guys want to know something that TJ doesn't know?
Yeah.
You guys prepared? I'm going to be going to the game on Monday next week in LA with my friend Alex from No Longer Bound. And I'm going to be staying in Las Vegas and driving to LA. I'm going to live stream with Sensei Crypto Monday and Tuesday.
Nice.
So there you go. So we'll be doing live stream Monday and Tuesday live from Las Vegas with Sin City Crypto. My favorite people in crypto. I absolutely love those guys. So if you guys are not subscribed, go to Sin City Crypto. Make sure to go check them out. Hit subscribe. We'll still be on my channel. It will be on this channel Monday and Tuesday, regular time next week. So there we go. All right, man. This is the moment of his life. He finally got his 5 minutes of fame, which is, last time he had his 5 minutes of fame, somebody called him Edward, and he didn't even get credit because of his dumb misspelling of his name. So, all right, let's check out Twitter. Oh, I changed my Twitter profile picture. Ed Parrott is not related to Ed Vardis. Thank you. This is my new XRPL Punk. This is my X Punk here. I think XRPL Punk and X Punk is the same thing. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to get more into the XRP community and more into the NFT community. Got a call with one of the guys from the Bored Ape Council today at 1 o'clock. So going to be trying to get a little more involved in there. I've got an XRPL Punk. I've got a Bored Ape. I've got a Canpie Panda. Like, I've got a lot of these. Yeah. BitBoy is an expert. Last year he said, oh my gosh. I can't with Ed Vardis. He says, last year I said Bitcoin was going to 100K or I'll delete my channel. I never said that. No, I never said that. Never. This is misinformation. This is why people get fallen astray here. No, Ed Vardis. I do not want to ban this guy from the channel, but he's pissing me off. That's misinformation. That's literally a lie. Fact check that. Of course, 2 years ago, I said it was going to go to 100K. I never guaranteed it. I definitely thought it was going to happen. It didn't happen. Last year, I never said it was going to 100K. Last year, I told you it was going to $10,000 to $14,000. We got pretty close. So, all right. Carl did. Yeah, Carl. Ed Vardis. Ed Vardis is the new Kenny. We're going to say Ed Vardis for a long time on this channel now. You can guarantee that. Carl, apparently Binance had a glitch where Bitcoin went over 100K. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Come on, Carl. Come on.
Oh, that's what he's using as his not giving.
No, that's what yeah, for sure. Yeah. But then he said he gave it to somebody. He says, Crypto Jobs. Isn't that what's his name's? Pumps.
Well, I think so. It was or something like that.
I can't keep up with it.
I can't
keep up with it. But these guys, they just come in here and they just say stuff and they have no idea what they're talking about. They're just such idiots. They're so low IQ when people come in here. You confuse me and Carl. We look the same, don't we? We're like the same person. We talk the same. We act the same. We do the same kinds of content. It's very easy why you would. Okay. All right. Yeah, my face is turning red today. Where is our BitBoy rage meter?
No
Why
idea.
is John made it?
Okay.
But we haven't used it. Be good. Okay. Yeah, so I changed my profile picture here. TJ didn't like my picture, and so I changed it. So probably change it again soon. Don't forget about catching up to crypto. You can get at the top our pin tweet here. We've only got 10 days left for publishing, so we're very close here. So there you go. Don't forget to follow me there. And you can go to bitboycrypto.com/book. Let's see if we've updated any of this. Ed Vardis, I better freaking see you at one of these. You better keep the same energy. That's what I told Corey Klibenstein on a DM. Corey Klibenstein, he came at me, and so I came back at him publicly. And then I sent him a very angry DM as well. And I said, just so you know, I called you this publicly, and you're also this privately. And he said to me, oh, well, you know what? You should really try to get into he was trying to be super nice to me. I told him, I said, when you see me, you better keep that same energy. I want your public persona. I don't want your little baby like, oh, I don't really mean it. I don't want that. You better keep the same energy when I see you, Corey. That's what I tell you. He said, oh, you're that guy. I said, yeah, I'm that mother guy. Yeah, dang right. You better keep that. I can't stand the fakeness on social media. It drives me insane. But here we've got some of our listening through our book dates. San Francisco, LA, Vegas, Phoenix, Miami. We're going to be at the Quantum Bitcoin Conference. So working on a location for Phoenix and Denver, Chicago, Minneapolis, Boston. We got to take London off. We're not doing London now because the book's not available till March. We're going to push back. We're going to do a European tour maybe later in the year. So hopefully beginning of June, somewhere around there. That's when I'm looking to do that. CoinMarketCap. I'm going to pull that up here. So we take a look here. CoinMarketCap. Let's see here. Bitcoin coming at 1736. Bitcoin. Frank, can you do something?
No, 16.
16. I'm just looking at the 7. I need that to be a 5. Can we turn that to a 5? It's like that Price is Right game where it's the number in the middle. You got to pick one higher, one lower. It was a 6. I needed to go to a 5, and it went to 7. I didn't win the car. It sucks. Up a whole percent, guys. This is man, I tell you what, if we go here to Bitcoin, let's pull up Bitcoin here. See more advanced chart. That's not the one that I want. Let's check this out here. Let's go to the yearly candle here. Month, yearly, 1 year, 12 months. Holy crap, guys. Wow.
Up only in 2023.
Let's see. Wow. Look at this. Look at this candle here. Wait, is that the candle for this year?
I guess. Is it?
What? That's not right. Why is it showing 29,000? The top of this candle for 12 months. Because it was. This is a new year, guys. Where's the candle?
I don't know.
Where's the candle for this year?
Maybe it's what exchange?
Huh, that's weird. It's counting it from, it's not counting the calendar year. It's from the 1st to the 1st. Isn't that weird? Because I guess last year on the 1st, it was at 29,000. I guess that's 12 months. Can I do a yearly calendar? Well, no, I guess that's not going to work. Yeah. Well, that's really unfortunate. Is there not a year to date? Let's look at that. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Because I can tell you, I guess that's right. We're in 12 months. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go to year to date. And can we switch the candles? Price, candle chart. Well, it's just not going to let me really do it. We had a good run here, guys. I really want to show you something cool, but I want to look at the year to date.
Yeah.
Which isn't that the way? Do you know what I'm doing wrong, Frank? Shouldn't I be able to do that on the yearly chart or no? You can only pull up the 12. Well, that sure is disappointing. Because I want to show the year to date. 100 ranges. Bitstamp chart is full timeliness. Pick another exchange.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking if you put it on Bitstamp or something, it might work better.
Go to the yearly 12 months. No, it's still at 12 months. I mean, you're not going to be able to find, if it's not on TradingView for a possibility, you're not going to see it. So, well, anyways, guys, Bitcoin's crazy bullish this year so far. What was it at? Let's go to the daily chart. Let's go check this out. Let's go to the daily chart and look here at, let's see here. What did it open at on the 1st? Let's see, that's the 31st. So on the 1st, it opened at 16,579. And right now it's at 16,659. Is that right?
No, it's higher than that, or at least
it is.
It's like 16.7 and change. 16,715, it says right there.
1617. I hate how these candles don't really, I mean, look over here. Do you see how right here at the top of this candle, it's showing this number go up and down, but it's not reality. So anyways, the point is, guys, Bitcoin's crazy bullish this year. It's up $200. So what are you going to do with those profits?
Oh, you had hiking at Xi'an. That was the problem.
That's why. Started here, guys, at 16.5 yesterday, and we are now at 16.712. This is the biggest move of Bitcoin of the year. It's really incredible. You never yawned last time you were in Vegas? Yeah, maybe not. Okay. All right. So anyways, let's see. Let's look at back to CoinMarketCap. That really threw me off.
Yeah.
Because I was really expecting to pull up and show the year by year. Because that would have been really fun to look at a nice candle. In fact, those are Frank's candles. Why do you have your candles on purple and teal?
It matches his brand. A lot of people say it's good psychology too to not have red and green.
Really?
And get your head in that. Yeah, if you just neutralize the colors, it's just.
No, I'm just so used to looking at red and green.
No, I know. I'm with you. That's just the thought. I know other people do it for that reason.
Talking about when can we buy Pi? Man, that Pi network.
We got it on here today.
Oh, we do? We're going to talk about it?
It's in the
cool.
rundown. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Okay. Let's see. 808 billion on market cap. It's up pretty good. P Thunder, thoughts about you doing a weekly video where you shine a small light on projects in a particular area of crypto, storage, layer 2s, basic info, and people can dig deeper in the ones that pique their interest. That's difficult because when we're naming small projects, people are going to blame us if it goes down. And so even if we're not telling you it's going to go up, people are going to kill us over it. So we got to be careful, especially with the smaller projects. Now, getting into the Yeah, I do think actually it would be good to do a weekly video until we get them all done on the different areas. One area I'm really interested in is DeSci. That science stuff. Very interesting. 23 billion in market cap. Bitcoin dominance. Look at this. Back under 39.9%. And here at ETH dominance, 18.5% holding strong. Let's see here. 8.5 Paraguays will send you an ETH transaction. Let's look at the biggest moves of the day. Bitcoin, go down. I just need Bitcoin to go down like $200 and then come back. That'll be fun. Lido Finance having a good run here, up 15.92%. Solana back at $11. Man, I tell you what, how amazing. Crypto Billy, I'm late, but the Bulldog OSU game was amazing. Field goal kicker still on the field there. I knew he was going to miss it. The kick before, that was almost the same distance. It was a wobbler, and he made it by 2 yards. I knew he was going to miss it. The pressure was too high. I was not even worried. Did I think he was going to miss it that bad? No. I mean, that was the moment he kicked it, you heard the cheering, and that's really scary. BitDAO up 11%. Frac shares, don't know anything about that. Aptos, OKB, the Graph, Litecoin, Sandbox, all over 6% gainers. For the week, we got BitDAO, OKB, Lido Finance really leading the way. ApeCoin up 10%, maybe off of their new council that they formed.
I think it could be. They've been getting hammered price-wise.
They have been.
A little bit of a recovery.
A little bit of a recovery. But I think I don't think it's coincidence. They just had their council vote. I heard it was really crazy. Basically, they had that guy, Degentraland. People might know him on this channel as Count Chocula, if you follow my Twitter. And he lost. He got rug pulled in the last, 10 minutes of the vote or something like that. He was winning by a lot. And then another guy just came out of nowhere and passed him. And a lot of people didn't want Horizon Labs, which I don't even really know who Horizon Labs is, other than because of the thing with me and Degentraland. But I didn't know what Horizon Labs really did. But apparently a lot of people in Bored Ape Club did not. Hey, ladies, we balling over here. That's Damon. That's what Damon said to some girls at the casino, if you didn't know that. But the point is I want to say this. Obviously, Degentraland and I had a little thing on Twitter a while back, about a month ago. He called and apologized to me, and I got no bad words to say about him. So this was a thing that happened. I got nothing bad to say about Horizon Labs. I don't really know what they do, other than being involved, with Bored Apes in some way or capacity. But he got rugged there at the last minute, and somebody else came from behind and won. So I heard I'm actually having a meeting at 1:00 with one of the guys on the council. So I'm going to be talking to them about what's going on. The guy that had the Twitter Spaces that they did it on, he's also reached out. So I'm trying to get a little more involved in the Bored Ape Yacht Club community, but just want everybody to know, I know if you're in that community and you saw what happened at the very end there, I'm not, like I said, Degentraland, we're good. I got no problems with him. So I hate it for him that it happened, but it did. So, all right, let's go. Let's bring Frank up.
Let's go. Oh, I don't have the, all right.
Do your thing.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good day. Starting off 2023, learning a new word. Minge. Interesting. Google that one. But yeah, guys, we got a lot of really good stuff to look at on the charts here. Looking for this thing to go down, hopefully here sometime soon for Ben's trade. And there are some signs saying that we could come down just a little bit here in the short term. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And take a look here. I'm going to start off. Let's pull up.
A Secret Soul Society said, can we get our first Bing Bong of 2020?
Oh, hey. Oh, actually, yeah. First, why not? For the first time, what better place to do it other than on Ben's channel? Bing Bong.
There you go.
Let's go. Shout out to, I see you guys in chat. Shout out to A-Train and Blue Punk Rocker and Bubbles Crypto. I see you too. But yeah, guys, we got some really interesting stuff to look at here. So coming up to the higher time frames, I do just want to check in on these as we do occasionally. So with the higher time frames, weekly still just kind of looking, things are looking sideways, right? And you guys will know if you saw my market updates that I was posting from New York, we were looking at the BitLab significant movement indicator, and it was looking like we were gonna go sideways, right? And we had these unshaded waves, and I did not think that we were gonna go sideways, basically through most of the holidays, right? You get those unshaded waves on these higher time frames, and I was like, this is indicating that we could just kind of move a little bit sideways, and then it just literally flatlined. like I was kept checking my phone. And it just same thing. I think it was 16.8 was that level. We kind of hung around on this POC right here at about 16.8, 16.8, 16, 850, 16,790. Just literally going in a straight line. Shout out to Clinton Query. Says, yo, Frankie, welcome back. Thank you very much, Clinton. We're coming in, guys. We are going into 2023 full steam ahead. But yeah, just wanted to point that out because if you guys are using these BitLab indicators, this was, very, very accurate, right? It was able to kind of predict here that we were sticking to this POC. And then, we were looking at this and saying, if we lose this POC, we may get a move back down to the bottom of the range. And if you guys see here, we did get a move and basically tapped the bottom of that range to the dollar. So I just wanted to point that out. Shout out to the significant movement indicator. This is one of the BitLab indicators that I've been finding really, really useful to figure out, when we get a big move or not, right? So, when you see those unshaded waves, it might be a good time to try to play the ranges, right? But if you're getting a big bottom indicator, like a big blue wave indicating a bottom or a big red wave indicating a top, you could expect a more drastic move in the market. So I just wanted to point that out because it was like just a textbook example of how to use that indicator. But moving on here, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on, and then we'll take a look at some key levels that I'm watching. Now, with the daily, guys, we did have the daily starting to roll back up here a little bit last night, but I didn't give too much weight to it just because there are some other bearish things that we've been seeing on the higher time frames, but I do think we are coming up against some serious resistance, and I think if we are going to get a little rejection here, and Ben is going to get what he's looking for, I think there's
Let's go down Bitcoin just for $200 so I get my money back. Thank you.
and then go back up, please, after that.
Sure. We wanted to moon.
But, we are coming up to, again, the importance of looking at these markets in terms of ranges, right? Stuck to this POC. We knew if we lost this decisively, come down to the bottom of the range, boom, that wick tapped the bottom of the range almost perfectly, where you would be looking, at this point, you'd be looking for some long positions, potentially targeting that POC, which is where we are at right now. We came down, tapped that to the dollar, did get some bullish confirmations at the bottom of this range, and now we're getting this move back up towards that POC. Now, this point of control that is coming in right here at about 16.8, this is going to be a pretty strong level of resistance, and it will be the level that we need to get above in order to get some higher prices for Bitcoin. Again, hopefully we can come down a little bit first, but not only do we have the point of control in this area, we also have a local golden pocket. So you can see we are testing this local golden pocket right here. However, if we come on down to the 1 hour, you can see the VWAP here getting rejected a little bit. But if we could, these are basically the key levels I'm watching. Let me come back up to the 4 hour. Let's populate that range here. So this is basically the level. If we do not get above, or if we can get above this local golden pocket, we may get a move all the way up to this POC. And we also do have some confluence there with that 786 fib level. So if we can get above this golden pocket, I would expect a move up to the POC / 786 fib level. And that is where I would be potentially looking for some shorts, because what that does is it gives us an opportunity to create a bearish divergence, right? So we might see something like this. Obviously, this is very speculative. It's very hard to call price action, exactly like this. But something I would be looking for here would be a potential another move up if we get above this golden pocket to come test the 786, and that will enable us to get a higher high on our price action. And you would likely see your momentum waves do something like this and come up with a second wave, making a lower high, giving you the higher highs on your price and your lower high on your momentum waves, giving you that bearish divergence at key resistance. And that will likely be, again, if we can get above that golden pocket and tap that 786, if we get that bear div, that's where we could see that move to the downside that Ben is waiting for. So that's basically what I would be looking at for short positions right now. Again, let me just spawn this range again and get those levels. So essentially, those are basically the key levels that we're watching here, right? Again, just keeping an eye on the ranges. And the reason I do that is because it makes the market very predictable. If you guys saw my market update, we knew that if we lost this POC decisively, we'd come down to the bottom of the range. Obviously, it's very messy. You came all the way down, got another big wick up, but eventually you do make it down to that range. And that's kind of how I trade, guys. I know if you watch my channel, you'll know this, but we just wait for price to get to those key levels, right? So I'm basically sitting on my hands, when we're on our way down to that value area low, you're sitting on your hands and you're waiting for price to come down to that level. Once price gets to that key level, you get bullish confirmations. You can go for your long positions, target that POC. And now this POC is that level that we need to get above to get to higher prices. If we get rejected here and we cannot get cannot get back above this POC, we just keep hitting our head on that. We could get a rejection back down to the bottom of the range. So hopefully, we could get a little bit of a rejection here. It is actually, with the rejection of that VWAP, it is looking like we could actually just reject from that golden pocket. Pulling up the BitLab trading suite, you can also see here, big red wave on your 1 hour, indicating that this move right here into that golden pocket was a potential top. So another reason why we might not even make it up to that 786. Also, if we come over the 4 hour, also getting a top signal here on our BitLab significant movements indicator. So again, that move up to that 786 is where I would prefer to look for short positions if we get a move up to that 786. But because of the BitLab significant movements, showing those top signals on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. If we take a look at the 2 hour, you're getting a pretty big red wave as well, indicating that we're at a top here. So if we did get a little wick up to that 786, I'd really be looking for some short positions. But again, we may not actually get it. But other than that, those are the levels I'm watching. If you guys want those, if we do get a big move to the downside, key level of support, which I don't think we'll get down here today, but 16,320, this value area low would be very, very important support for us to hold. And again, the most important level of resistance that we need to keep our eye on is going to be that POC at 16,800. And then if we're able to flip that level to support with decisive 4 hour, medium hourly candles, 2 hour, 4 hour candles, and we can maintain support above there, that's where I would start expecting a potential another move up towards that value area high at $17,160. And then again, guys, another...
If it goes to 17.1, man, I'm in a bad spot. I'm in a really bad spot.
It is looking like we could come down, short term just a little bit. So I think you may get your wish there.
What's the low target?
Low target, if we do get rejected here, I would look at some local golden pockets. I would say...
I went 16.2.
Let's see. If we do get rejected here, I would look down... about 16,620 might be a good spot.
That's back of my entry. That's not going to really help me.
786 comes down 16,583.
Oh, okay. Man, these charts were all looking so bearish last night, and then the price just popped up, and now it's like,
Yeah,
I had won I think 6 or 7 trades in a row, and then I got brutalized last night. So.
Yeah, it's sometimes with the sideways markets, guys, it can be very, very hard to read. But that is, again, with the BitLab significant movements, I love looking at this indicator to just kind of give you an idea. Even if you're ranging, you can know on the higher time frames, coming up to the 4 hour, even if we do get a second push into that 786 at around 16,800, that, you are getting near that top. So, this is one of the BitLab indicators I've really been looking at a lot recently. But yeah, those are the key levels I'm looking at, guys. Again, watch that POC, watch that 786 fib level. 16.8, 16.9. If we do make it up there, would be a really good place to start looking for some shorts. Also have the DXY 4 hour looking to turn around as well. You're getting a little bit of a bottom signal here on the 4 hour for the DXY, and you are getting some bull divs here as well. You got 3, a histogram RSI and a stochastic RSI bull div here. So if we can get that DXY to push up a little bit, which it looks like it wants to do, Ben might get his wish there. But guys, with all that being said, welcome back to 2023. Super happy to be back, ready to hit 2023 full steam ahead. And I'm telling you, look up that new word. Broadening the.
Are you wait? Are you gonna be streaming tonight?
Yes, I will be. Frank will be streaming tonight.
5:45. Frankie Candles.
5:45. Frankie
Candles.
Don't check it out. So I'm gonna need this thing to go down just a little bit so I can get my monies back.
And we did extend the BitSquad 15 coupon.
So there's a tweet. If you go to my page,
sent it, I think, just today.
It? Gosh, I tweet so much I don't even mean to. Where is it at? I retweeted it. Where is it? Imagine this. It's hilarious. Read this article. Can't believe. BitLab Academy. Here it is. Okay. There we go. There's better. There is better investment than an investment in your education and the tools you use. Use coupon code BitSquad15 at checkout at bitlabacademy.com. Expires tonight at midnight, so we extended it 1 day.
1 day.
1 day. That's it. Tonight at midnight. That's all you got.
Just for the laggards that couldn't get it done before the end of the year.
That's it.
5:45. Frankie Candle stream. You got it. Crypto Billy.
Great. Okay. Moving on here. Twitter Buzz. We have Twitter Buzz today?
No.
Here's Twitter Buzz. It's my own Twitter. You guys follow me on Twitter. We find the algorithms, by the way, on Twitter are back.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said exactly at midnight on
Friday night,
New Year's Eve, on Saturday night.
Hmm.
They said it went back to normal.
Yeah, usually I think they push it once a week. I thought it was Friday night. Maybe it's Saturday night. Like the code updates, they push them once a week.
Interesting. So we're back here. Where are we at? 1,036,730 followers there. So excited about people following me on Twitter. We're really making progress over there. Getting the voice out. Look at this picture. What do you think of Steven back here in this one? Did you like that?
That's pretty good.
That's a good picture. I said, get yourself a Steven.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving on here. Let's check out some news stories. Cryptocurrency markets starts 2023 by reclaiming $800 billion market cap. I told you, super crazy bullish 2023. This is it. We moved $200, $800 billion in market cap. The boldest Bitcoin calls for 2023 are out, and a 1,400% rally or a 17% plunge may be in the cards. So basically, it could go up or it could go down. 2022 was a rough year for crypto. More than 1.3 trillion was marked off the value of the market. And Bitcoin, the world's largest digital coin, saw its price slump by more than 60%.
Oh my God.
Tim Draper, he's been making fun of his own $250,000
I
call.
know. I just love to use that.
Yeah, and you know, like people feel like, look, I know in 2021 we thought Bitcoin was going to 100K and it didn't get there. I feel bad about that. Like, I hate that it didn't do that and we were so adamant. That's why going forward after 2021, if you look at what we did in 2022, like, we aren't pushing this idea that we're guaranteeing Bitcoin to go to a place. Never again, because I don't know anything. ReFi, is that a coin? I don't know anything about it. That might be a shill. I don't know. I don't want people to make decisions based on these guaranteed absolutes anymore, because that's not, you know, that's not what we should be doing. You got to understand, you don't know what's going to happen. 2021 showed me that for sure. Tim Draper is making fun of this. Yeah. He's like, oh, I said it's going to 250K. What a joke. You know, like, no, you got people that went and piled in hard because they trust you and they thought that you were, you know, that you were going to make it happen. But now, you know, people made these decisions financially, regardless of if it's financial advice or not. And now you're making fun of it. Like, I guess we'll get him next year. You know, like Tim Draper's another guy who does not take into consideration the 4-year cycles. I don't understand where these people come up with these predictions and they don't factor in the only thing that's consistently worked for Bitcoin. So really weird. But he said it was going to be 250K. He said in November, he said he's extending that to mid-2023. Mid-2023, Tim Draper says 250K Bitcoin.
And he's going to extend it to 2024 and then 2025.
He's been doing this since 2017, guys.
Yeah, and then eventually it's going to be right.
My assumption is that since women control 80%, the dam is about to break with women. Well, there you go, Tim. How stupid. This is so dumb. This is the stupidest prediction I've ever seen in my life. 1 out of 7 Bitcoin wallets are currently held by women. They control 80% of retail spending. The dam's about to break. We're going to 250K because a bunch of ladies, they're coming into Bitcoin. Tim, I don't think you're bringing the ladies into Bitcoin.
Well, and it's also that's logic is flawed. When you think about what retail spending is, he's talking about grocery shopping. He's talking about household items, you know,
shoes,
consumer spending.
Wait, was that sexist if I said shoes? I like shoes. I buy a lot of shoes.
Yeah, I have no idea. But this is generally speaking, Bitcoin is not really consumer spending. It's investing.
Pumpkin spice lattes.
Right.
By the way, my wife, she heard me explain on the show about how she was such a basic white girl. And she thought it was really funny. Robert's brother, is it Jeremiah?
Jeremy, yeah.
Jeremy. He walked up to my wife in the suite on Sunday and he said, where are you from? And she said, Georgia. And he said, no. Like, where are you from? She said, South Georgia. He said, no, you're Latina, right?
No way, really?
Yeah. And she's like, nope.
That's
She's
funny.
as basic white girl as you get. So pretty interesting. Okay. Standard Charter says $5,000. Yields plunge along with technology shares while Bitcoin sell-off decelerates. The damage has been done. More and more crypto firms and exchanges find themselves with insufficient liquidity. Mark Mobius, veteran investor, another guy I've never heard of. STOs, or you're bullish? No, I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what an STO is, but security offering.
Yeah, whatever that thing at the end is. I'm sure
Don't know what that. I mean, I've heard of that actually. Is that like kind of like what's the name of the one that Patrick? Is it Patrick Byrne? Is that his name?
Sounds familiar.
No, I don't think it's Patrick Byrne. No, it is Patrick Byrne. Preston Byrne's the other one. What's the one that was so big in 2017? They're like, this is the next security token exchange. You remember that one?
Yeah. There was a couple.
Eris X, was that it?
Sounds right.
Not Ledger X. I mean, they had security offerings, but maybe somebody can't remember what it is. When people in the chat don't know what I'm talking about, we're going back way too far. Nobody knows what any of that stuff is. All right, Mark Mobius says, he said it would drop to 20K when it was above 28K. What a genius. I told you when it was 42K, it was probably going down to 10 to 14K. So I guess I'm smarter than him. Carol Alexander says it'll be going up to 50K. I believe, what's your top number for Bitcoin this year?
Top?
And it's a little hard because in November and December, we could actually get a pre-halving move up.
Yeah. I mean,
so let's just say, like, let's say the bull run does not start until January, like the real bull run, the pre-halving pump. Let's say it starts in January.
Absolute peak number I think we hit this year, and I don't think we will. I think there's like a 5% chance, 10% chance maybe we get there is 40K. That's my peak.
Oh, no, I think definitely a much higher chance than that.
No, I think 40. I
think 38K is my number. 38K, I think. 38.
And you think there's a higher chance than that? See, I think
I think it's almost it's got to be at least 50-50. Based on the previous cycles, there's always one really big trap. And if you compare, like check this out. Like, watch this. You're going to see that we don't even have to come close to meeting, we don't even have to come close to meeting the 2019 Bitcoin pump to get to that number.
Yeah, I think there's going to be basically insane, obviously, resistance at 40K, huge volume level.
Yeah, so I think getting above that's hard, but I think getting there is not going to be hard.
Yeah, I mean, the range I have is basically 28 to 38, because I think 28 is another big one to get over. That'll be the challenge. We get over that, push up towards 40. Everybody thinks we're going all-time high. Hard rejection off 40 back into the
that's generally what I see, but you're saying you think there's only a 5% chance it hits that?
I said 10, 5 to 10. I think 10%. I think I don't think it'll actually get to 40.
Okay, look, from the bottom to the 2019 pump, 346,000. Okay, 346,000. If the bottom here was 15.2, which I believe that it was, not guaranteed, I believe that it was based on the timing. Actually, it's like 15.5 or 15. Yeah, on this exchange, it's 15.4. 346% pump would put it at $68,850. Okay,
that's a previous all-time high.
To get to 38, to get to 38K. To get to 38K, it's 246%. So a full 100% lower than what we saw in 2019, which kind of lines up with diminished returns. People thought the Ponzi scheme pumped that up a little bit bigger. I would say I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I could adjust it maybe to 25. And it jumps up a lot, the difference between 38 and 40, because I think we're going to lose steam heading into 40.
Here's Crypto Savvy with his
doubt we'll see 20K.
Yeah, he thinks 20K till 2024. Do you think Ohm is dead? Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah, I would stay very far away. I'd stay away from anything on Avalanche, to be honest with you. All right, cryptocurrency market starts 2023. I told you, super crazy bullish. Super crazy bullish. We already covered that story. Bitcoin on-chain cost basis drops below 20K. Some on-chain metrics offer hope that the bottom of the ongoing bear market has already been reached. Now, here's what's really interesting. If you ask on Twitter if the bottom is in, you get about 65 to 70% of people saying no. Bitcoin On Bitcoin Twitter, not crypto Twitter, on Bitcoin maximalist Twitter, it's about 50-50.
That makes sense. That doesn't surprise me too
Doesn't
much.
surprise me. But it's just interesting that there's such a disconnect.
But I would imagine you probably have higher experienced people, people that have been in longer, if I had to guess, on the Bitcoin side.
Yeah.
People that have been through cycles, I think it's pretty clear to a lot of people that we're at or very, we at least very, very near bottomed. This is clearly accumulation zone.
Okay. A chart of such an indicator called, I don't want to cover this guy. He thinks deadlifting 365 pounds is a big deal. Freaking dork. I almost bench that. That's what happens when you can't grow a mustache. During the past 5 years, only in 2 prior periods has the price of Bitcoin dropped below on its on-chain basis. Yeah, I'm never covering that guy again. People need to understand, if he's in these articles, don't put him in here. He's such a freaking douche. I hate that guy. I just can't stand people that grow pubic hair on their upper lip. It sucks. Relative realized market capitalization ever. The reason that the on-chain cost base is at extremely low levels today is the decline in the realized market capitalization. Metric values, different parts of the supply at different prices. The cost base is specifically calculated by value and blah, 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 blah. Previous years' relative decline reached the vicinity. Like, when you just start looking here at all the on-chain stuff, you start seeing it really looks like the bottom is already in. Everything, I'm telling you, on-chain, everything that you look at, okay, indicates that the bottom is in. However, you have people like Crypto Savvy that's using a totally different chart. He's using the .com bubble chart. And so he's saying, oh, no, it's going to go down much further. Then you have other people that are using, some other kinds of technical analysis to come up with these numbers they're coming up with. But on chain, everything looks like we're at the top. I will say this. There was only one chart that showed the top, though. All the on-chain stuff was saying much further action in 2021, and we didn't get it. So not guaranteed, obviously.
See what Corey said?
What was that? I strongly believe that why would we want to cover that?
I just think it's funny. I agree. Someday we will never go below 47K again.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Like, people pull up that tweet from 2.5 years ago. I finally deleted the tweet because I was so. You know what that's in reference to? You don't know what that's a reference to, a tweet that I
do know that. Yeah. That we said that you said that you didn't think it was ever going under 47K.
I didn't, because I thought it was going to 300K.
Right.
And it didn't. So
and one day that will be true.
One day it will be true. One day. Yeah. And then people will stop digging up the screenshots of that tweet. But I tell you what, it just really showed me, you can't be so absolute about stuff. That's the biggest thing I learned in 2021 was not to be so absolute. Research, Bitcoin and ETH bear market started in mid-2021. Interesting. This is more to the false top theory that we covered. The peak in the price of the 2 largest cryptos by market cap would lead investors to believe that the market was still experiencing a bull run. The price going up higher made people think it was bullish. What a quote. However, a close look at data on active address suggested the bear market could have started in mid-2021, months before Bitcoin and ETH attained all-time highs. But in June 2021, active Bitcoin address reached a low, blah, 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 blah. This is stuff we've all covered before. I mean, obviously, we know the sentiment was at a high. And that November pump was exit liquidity. I mean, that's what it was. It was a lot of these big institutions creating, that kind of FOMO for people. And, it sucked that a lot of people got hurt. We got hurt by it, obviously. Should have pulled out when it went under 30K, just like we said, but we didn't. But I do kind of believe that false top theory is true to a certain extent. But I think the 4-year cycle is still working off of the top number. So I think that if we don't get a new bottom, and the 4-year cycle plays out the way that it looks like it's going to play out, the top was in November, and the cycle supports that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. 1/3 of the world economy expected to be in recession by 2023, says IMF chief. This year is going to be tougher for the global economy. I hate the way when you scroll, sometimes these ads get so big, and I can't even see what it's saying. While the U.S. may end up avoiding a recession... While the U.S. may avoid a recession, guys, we're in a freaking recession. They changed the numbers. Idiotic. For the first time in 40 years, China's growth is likely to be at or below global growth. That whole thing's a house of cards and smoke and mirrors. I wouldn't pay much attention to that. Stocks fall to end Wall Street's worst year since 2008. S&P 500 finishes 2022 down nearly 20%. Stocks flipped on Friday to end a brutal 2022 with a whimper. I want to look this up. What are the worst... Worst stock market collapses. I spelled collapses wrong, but okay. Let's see here. 49 more rows. I'm going to go down here. 2022, 2022, 2020, 2028. Obviously, this is the financial crisis of 2008, 2010 flash crash. I'm just trying to look at what, I don't feel like these are really, like looking at these, obviously, you have the financial crisis of 2008. We know that one, obviously. You go back to, look, they put the cryptocurrency collapse on here from 2018. That's pretty funny. You also have the,
there's a .com bubble right there.
Where is it?
Up right there.
Right there. .com bubble. Okay. Then you have
Japanese market right there. That's going to be a big one.
Well, I'm just looking at America.
Well, I mean, 1980, right there, 1990s recession.
Yeah, 1990, early 90s recession. That was from the Iraq War. I'm just saying we don't get these things that frequently, right?
Well,
my whole point in saying all this.
87 was a big one.
87, right? Black Monday. Yeah, that was a big one. That's what one of those movies, Wolf of Wall Street starts off with that, doesn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, one of those.
I think it starts with the Black Monday. I think.
No, what's the other one? Not Wolf of Wall Street. The one that they've remade a couple times. Gordon Gekko.
Wall Street.
I
haven't seen that one. I won't watch.
I think that one starts there. It might.
And then you go back to 1962. You go back. The point is, these things occur. I don't know, about every 20 to 30 years. You get a major recession, and I just don't think like. To be in a recession, it doesn't mean you have to have it as bad as 2008, right? But it can still be bad. And I think we're definitely in one right now. Guy Naff says he dollar cost averages monthly, 500 euros, and XRP ADA HBAR ETH and Engine. I mean, I would say I don't think Engine's one you should really be putting a lot of focus on right now. I would much rather see that be Algo or ICP or Polygon. Let me say this again. Polygon. Okay. I told you guys last week, we've been discovering some things about Polygon, and it's super, super interesting. It's not super great stuff, but for price, it's going to be super great. So not a guarantee, but there we go. They want me to run for SEC commissioner. I'm in. Okay. Wouldn't that be funny? If I end up in politics and then eventually I become a chairman on the SEC, I would clean that thing up. That's why they would never do it. I'd clean that thing up. SBF returns to Twitter, denies moving funds in wallets associated with Alameda Research. Didn't we cover this last week? In response to a story that said wallets transfer funds just days after he was released, he said, none of these funds are me. What's really interesting is that I retweeted this with these addresses. What year is the U.S. default on debt? I'm not sure. Maybe you can look that up, TJ.
I think he's implying the years that the U.S. defaulted on debt is what caused major market stuff. I don't know, but we'll look into that.
Yeah. I know his Bitcoin address that he's been using, and he did not respond when I retweeted that. I've sent him a couple DMs seeking some information from him. He hasn't responded. But I know who leaked your balance sheet. I know exactly who leaked your balance sheet there, Sam. If you want to know, send me a message. I'll tell you who did it. 100% proof on that. Okay, you used a bunch of mixers, yada, yada, yada. What did FTX have to do with Alameda's bad XRP bet? Interesting. According to a report by Wall Street Journal, the investment arm's trouble started in 2018. The platform was the platform's first big trade was a success, earning the firm profits between 10 and 30 million. This was an arbitrage trade executed in Japan. This is the kimchi premium is what they were using that off of. With the financial crunch looming over its head, Alameda started seeking new lenders. The firm even sponsored $150K to the Binance Blockchain Week conference 2019. Pamphlets claiming $55 million under asset management were also distributed to prospective lenders. With losses increasing and investors pulling out their money, SBF had Alameda borrow billions of dollars from FTX, create a series of events that led to the collapse of FTX and the eventual arrest of SBF. So there we go. I hear his plea deal is done. I hear he's made a deal.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the news on the street. I wonder if anybody's talking about that. But the word on the street from insider lawyers is that there is a plea deal that has been struck. We don't know the details yet, but we'll see. And I told you guys for a while, I didn't think we were going to see that because there's not many people for him to roll on. That was where I realized, that's where I found out the bigger scam. There's a much bigger scam involving a lot bigger players. Obviously, FTX was a big player, but players of that size around the world, not just in crypto, in traditional finance as well. And there's a lot of market manipulation been going on, and there's a lot of people that know about it. So I now think there is a chance. I still think he's going to get at least 10 years. I said in the beginning I thought he was going to get 10 to 20. I'm going to stick with that. I think even if he pleads, he gets 10. What are your thoughts?
Yeah,
Caroline's getting 3 to 6.
I was going to say, he's going to have to get more than Caroline and Gary. So, 10. But I don't know. It depends on, again, what kind of leverage he thinks he has or can provide them. I think I'm holding out. I just, for whatever reason, because everything's been so bizarre all the way through, I have a feeling he might end up working a deal that surprises people. You know, in where he's somehow helping them or working for the government, or even if he's quote unquote serving time, it might not be prison time, if that makes sense.
I think if Caroline's getting prison time,
he will do some prison time. Like maybe he does, 6 years, something like that, with what you're saying, and then he gets 6 years of, working under their direction at home or something crazy. I don't know. But he'll definitely do time.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll be it will be less than what most people think is appropriate.
Yeah. All right, let's get into Pi Network. Pi Network, somebody sent me a message, and they said, you should be ashamed for shilling Pi Network. You can't buy it. You mine it on your phone for free. It's not even really tradable, so the price isn't really affected by anything. How is that shilling? Do you want to show yourself low IQ? Say some stupid crap like that. It's like people in crypto, they think, they get involved in crypto and they start learning the vernacular and the lingo, but they don't even know what they're saying. And that pisses me off so bad sometimes. Just look at the idiocy and the low IQ of people in crypto that say stupid crap like that. What do you think's going on? Do you think I'm talking about Pi Network because I'm in the background, I've got a giant bag that's on an enclosed network that you can't move off, and I'm hoping the price is going to skyrocket while I'm talking about it so I can dump my bags on exchanges where it's not even really tradable? But people just talk stuff, and they don't know what they're saying, and it's just so idiotic. But if we go here and we look at Pi Network on Coin Market Cap here, let's see where it is, 2598. There have been reports questioning the legitimacy of Pi Network. Please note the mainnet has not launched yet, and the price displayed below for certain exchanges reflects the value of the IOUs, and it may not be transferable across exchanges. On Huobi, you couldn't even deposit it. Okay, you couldn't even deposit it on Huobi. But right now it's at $152. We're going to talk about all the logistics of this, but this is not this is shameful to me. There have been reports questioning the legitimacy of Pi Network. No. There are reports questioning the listings and what the exchanges are doing with Pi Network. Has nothing to do with the network. You can't even withdraw your tokens right now. So I think the way they worded that on CoinMarketCap is shameful, to be honest with you. A real shame I missed the price of Pi when it was $3.14.15926.
It's a Pi joke.
Ha! That's funny. What's your favorite kind of pie? Have we gone over this before?
We have, I think. Probably. I mean, I'm good with a solid classic apple pie. Apple pie and ice cream. I know you like pecan.
Pecan pie. Crypto Steve-O, that's a bad take. What are they rug pulling? Steve, what are they rug pulling? What are they rug pulling? Where's the money? What are they rug pulling? I want you in detail to explain how an enclosed network that you can't even take your tokens off, that no one's paid a dime for, is rug pulling. Steve-O, whoa. May have to take that wrench away. That doesn't make any sense what you said. They've been building for 3 years. How is that rug? Do you know who rug pulls? People that come in overnight.
Kelly.
What did Kelly say? Minge pie. What a muffin. What a muffin. Steve-O, that's a bad take. That's such a bad take, to be honest with you. Look, I'm not telling you that Pi Network is going to be worth $152 like CoinMarketCap said it is. Or we go to CoinGecko. I think it's going to be closer to less than $1 for sure. Maybe less than 10 cents. Oh God. Oh.
Top right.
God, I thought I thought it was on Blockchain Backer's channel for a second. We love you, Blockchain Backer. We don't love the day mode. $150 here as well. And if you come here and you click exchanges, this is so confusing what's been going on here.
It's
What are the
markets on
exchanges
CoinGecko.
here? Historical data overview.
Markets.
Markets.
It's different on
exchanges.
Gecko.
It's just got it on Huobi and XT.com. If you go to CoinMarketCap, let's see what they have it on. They have it on Huobi, Bitmart. Bitmart is like a tier 3 exchange, I would say. Hotcoin Global, Biconomy, XT.com, SuperX. I don't know anything about any of these other ones.
See those asterisks, those next to a lot of the bottom ones, so that volume is questionable.
Yep, volume's questionable on Biconomy and below. And so what you'll see is on these exchanges, what's happening is we get into the story here. Okay, did Steve ever respond?
I haven't seen it.
Steve, I just want to know, like, how is it? How is it a rug pull? You can't pull anything off. What they're doing is they're doing these unauthorized exchanges. And I want to be very clear. There's no such thing as an unauthorized exchange or an unauthorized listing. Who gives them permission to list Bitcoin? Do you know, TJ? Nobody. You don't need the permission of a coin to list it on your exchange. You do not need that. Okay. So let's get into the story here about Huobi. I'm worth, according to one exchange, it was trading for $5,500 a coin. I'm worth, I think, $4 billion right now. So, problem solved. On December 29th, crypto exchange Huobi Global announced the listing of Pi, the native token of the Pi network. In the 24 hours following the announcement, the Pi token surged 461% from $44, that'd be a nice price, to $233 at the time of writing, according to CoinGecko data. In addition, the token price reached an all-time high. But you couldn't even deposit them, okay? You couldn't even deposit. You could not deposit it onto the exchange. How did the price go from $319 to $15 less than 24 hours? I could be wrong, but it looks like someone is buying and selling. They're buying and selling IOUs. They're not real tokens. It's the exchanges. It's not the network. And this is the point I was making on CoinMarketCap. This doesn't have anything to do with Pi Network if there's shady stuff going on with synthetics in the background. That's how FTX destroyed ICP, was trading synthetics before it was listed. And I tell you, people, to watch what happened with that, they shot the price all the way up to $700, and then now look where the price is at $4 after a pump, okay? So FTX intentionally sabotaged. I don't think Huobi is trying to intentionally sabotage. I think what they're doing here is there are big whales that have a lot of Pi on their wallets, and they know they're not from referrals, they're from their own mining. I mean, think about this. What if you were mining Pi on think about this. If I was mining Pi on every computer here at the office or every mobile device here at the office, like I could have several 100,000 of these, and I'm guaranteed to get them because I've already done KYC. Whereas a lot of mine is on referrals. So I can't take referrals because those people have to KYC, and I don't know how many of them have so far. They're like 667,000 coins right now. But a lot of it's from referrals, from people that are mining under me, right?
That was a good question I saw in the chat earlier. Do you any concerns about, KYCing on the app? Somebody said, anything sketchy around basically giving the app all your information.
I mean, you're KYCing.
Yeah.
Your argument there would be, oh, okay, well, I will never do anything that requires KYC. Right?
No, I mean, I think the argument would saying, like, what if it's, just trying to harvest KYC information?
That's a lot of work to go through to get people to sign up and give you their name. That's a lot of work for 3 years.
Yeah. But there is some, anytime you KYC anywhere, there's obviously some risk involved. So you just have,
well, right.
For
but
you,
if that's the argument, then there's other people that have done way better jobs of being able to get people to KYC in 24 hours, not 3 years.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, to answer the question in the chat, like, obviously there's some risk when you share your information with any app. You just have to decide if you think you can get your tokens, is it worth it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, your information's already out everywhere. Like, your information's everywhere. Unless you've been living off the grid for 20 years, your information's already out there. And I'm not saying we should just give our information to everybody that asks for it. But if you want to play ball with a United States company, you're going to have to KYC. It's a United States company. It's in Stanford. Now, conspiracy here. You know who created Pi Network?
Who?
A series of Stanford professors.
Yeah, Stanford professors, yeah.
Who else is Stanford professors?
Joseph Bankman.
And Barbara Fried.
Yeah.
Both of them, I believe. So,
or were.
Yeah. You going to set up a Pi node? You get more Pi for it? Sure, I could. And so what Steve was saying. Steve, what you have to understand is they're not trading the actual token. You cannot withdraw the token. I know I can't withdraw mine. Okay. What they've done is some insiders have, the Decentral founder worked for Pi. I didn't know that. What they've done is they've figured out a way on that exchange to work with IOUs and trade those synthetic versions of the coin, and they're passing it off as a real version, but they're not real. This is why Pi Network has nothing to do with this. If you want to say see, this is where we get in the fundamental difference of what a rug pull is. I just hate that we use rug pull to mean scam. It does not mean that. A rug pull is when you pull the liquidity from a decentralized exchange and everyone's tokens become worthless because there's nothing backing them. That's what a rug pull really is, okay?
This one started as a rug pull. Might turn out to be decent. Not really a rug pull, but you know what I'm saying. There was no liquidity on any exchanges yet, ever.
Well, it's decentralized exchanges. It's not centralized exchanges.
Well, I'm just saying.
But you can't rug pull on a centralized exchange.
Right.
Because they lock the liquidity up, backed by the market makers on the exchange.
Yeah, my point is with this project, there's never been any liquidity anywhere ever until recently.
Right. And that liquidity is all synthetic. It's not real. So that's what they're saying here. A Reddit user called UOB. This is another idiot here. Another guy that doesn't know what he's talking about. Who would have thought on Reddit, an idiot? A Reddit user called UOB's Pi listing a scam and said the Pi tokens could not be deposited in the exchange from the wallets. Therefore, the tokens are equivalent to a promissory note that the user claimed may or may not be honored. You couldn't deposit on there. It's the exchange. It's UOB on the background, guys. In the background doing this. Has nothing to do with Pi Network. Nothing to do with what this guy says is actually correct. But the fact is that this has nothing to do. He says the actual price of Pi is in cents. We don't know that. No one knows. No one knows what the supply of Pi is. No one knows. So they don't have, here's what's interesting about Pi Network. They do not have an actual cap. The cap is once they lock in 100 million users. Okay, now if it gets listed on exchanges, now that their mainnet is going to be launched, then there might be analytics that show you how many there are, but there's no max, okay? What they said is 100 million people, once they KYC, and those people mine, that's the total number of coins, right? You have no idea how many of the coins that have been distributed to user accounts with ones and zeros, not real coins, okay? We have no idea how many of those people are going to actually KYC. So what I'm saying is the actual number of tokens that make it to the mainnet, it may only be 10% of the total amount of coins that are in users' accounts now. The rest of those coins, they go away because those people didn't KYC. They disappear. So to say you know the value of this network or of this coin is idiocy. It's literally the lowest IQ that you can have. It's taking, I've described it a lot. Like when I would watch people talking about the FTX scandal, I use this. It's like people it's like you take 10 people and you move them into a dark room that you cannot see at all. Like you literally cannot see in front of your face. A voice comes over the intercom and it says, hey, can you guys please describe the piece of art on the wall? They have no idea what it looks like. And people could just start talking like, oh, I think I kind of see it. I think it's this. I think it's that. However, if one of those 10 people had walked into the room first with a light on, they would be able to know how to describe it. But that's not reality. The reality is nobody knows. It's like a dark room. Nobody knows.
That's an interesting one.
Binance will be the next FTX. Just look carefully at the logo to understand who's behind Binance. Bitcoin will collapse at 3K. Greetings from Italy. What does that mean?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. It's just.
Are they talking about the that one Nazi-looking logo that they made that one time? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
I wonder if that's what they're talking about.
I have no idea.
Because what does the Binance logo look like? It just says Binance.
No, I mean it has a. It's that. I mean it's nothing. It's a block.
It's a block.
You know. But I mean,
can you be more specific, Salvatore?
I think it's funny. It's just entertaining.
Yeah. And coins or cars on crypto. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, cars on crypto said he swapped Sol for.
Sol for H-bar. Good job. Yeah. Hey, can you put my Pi link in there? Go to my Pi video that I made on Saturday night and pull the link from there.
Yeah, well, this is what I was gonna say. I think Corey has a decent take on it, where it's like they're making bank. This project's definitely making bank on those video ads or whatever. But who cares? Like, if it turns into something, I'm here for it. Is basically what he said. You know, so yeah, you might lose a little information if you share it with them or something like that. But that's pretty standard. But it could be nothing. But if it works out, it could be.
Well, you know what? Somebody said in the chat, they said, "Why are you defending Pi Network so bad?" I want to go to this tweet. Okay, I want to go to this tweet because obviously I don't think you guys understand the state of what's going on in the world. Okay, when you come here and you look at this, let's see if I can find my tweet here. Let's see. Where is it?
Is there any news on when the mainnet might launch?
It's soon, I believe,
but no real definite date or
no. Let's see. Okay, here it is. When you figure out why so many people are rabid about Pi Network, you realize why crypto is so important to leveling out the financial system. Do you get it? Do you get it? Why are people so rabid about Pi Network? Because they're able to use their own resources, not put money in, and have a stake in crypto. That shows you the desperation of the dream that people have. Because our financial system is so uneven, led by people like Kevin O'Leary. And let me tell you, when you guys find, I found the smoking gun. I got the smoking gun, guys. I got it. I got the smoking gun on Kevin O'Leary. When people understand what we're going to put out with the evidence of Kevin O'Leary in probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm not going to give you exact date on it. You're going to understand why the system is so uneven. You're going to understand it. People are able to use their phone and mine something that takes a click a day. I don't watch the ads. Do you know what I do? I go click the ad. I go click the mine button. I've been doing it for years. And I just go to a different app while the video plays. I don't even watch the ads.
Which
Sorry,
video?
Pi Network.
The recent one or the older one?
What?
You said the link to Pi Network, the one from the other day or the one
It's
from...
all the same. It's all the same.
What do you mean? You did a video last week and you did a video 2 years ago. Which one?
The invitation code in the description.
You just want the link.
Yeah, put the invitation code.
Gotcha.
People want to mine it. If you
you
want to
wanted
mine it for free, it's no big deal. And look, it may turn out to be, I can tell you this, it's not going to be a scam. I can't say it for 100%. It's going to be regulated in the United States. That's why they've been scrambling, I believe, to cover their tracks with these unauthorized listings. So they're trying to say, we had nothing to do with this because it's going to be regulated in the United States. It's a California company, okay? So I can't promise you it's going to do I'm not telling you you're going to make money on it. I'm not telling you you're going to be rich on it. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you it's been around for many years. They've been working on it. We've tried this mining on the phone system before with Electronium, and it was terrible, right? It sucked. We've had plenty of other places that have tried it. Nobody's got it right yet. There's an opportunity for someone to get this right. And it might be them. It might not. But to make judgments on it based upon what some exchanges did, I think that's really not smart. That's not smart. Unless we find out. Now, I will say this. If we find out that the team had tokens and sent them into the exchanges, that'll be a whole different story. But I don't think that's what happened at all. So, is Kevin O'Leary the owner of Bybit? No. He's the owner of...
he's an investor.
No, it's Bitfury.
Yeah.
He's the owner of Bitfury.
An owner or an investor?
He's the owner.
Oh, okay.
He bought all the shares. Bitfury. It's an exchange in Canada. I don't think he was an investment in Bybit, the company.
No, definitely not Bybit. I knew it was Bitfury or something like that. I just didn't know he owned it 100%.
Yeah, I mean, let's look it up real quick. Or can you look it up?
Yeah.
He bought all the shares on it. He's the majority owner, I believe. He may not own 100%. I believe he's the majority owner. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Hybrid utility token Wrap Pi goes live on BNB chain. Interesting. Something like this I would stay away from. I would stay away from a wrapped version of this coin. The Pi Bridge utility token Wrapped Pi has launched as an intended bridge between Pi Network and BNB chain. The token is open for trading on PancakeSwap and is being tracked by CoinMarketCap. The token is currently trading at $4. Might be a better representation of the actual price. Could be, potentially. Wrapped Pi will operate a 1-to-1 ratio with PiCoin. That would be very interesting. A lot of hype has recently came out about PiCoin. The coin is listed. Here's the thing about Pi Network, guys. And this is, I'll wrap this up. And obviously, we spent a lot of time talking about this. I think for good reason, because people are really interested in this coin. They have it. Once again, remember what I said earlier. The fact that people can mine this coin for free and have some skin in the game in crypto That's big to so many people. Guys, the Pi Network Twitter has more followers than Solana. More followers than Solana. Why? Because it reaches that person that cannot afford to buy Solana, especially when it's $200, okay? But they can do this for free, and it can get them interested and pay attention. But the last thing I want to say about Pi Network here is that regardless, these prices are all fraudulent. This is not a real price when you're looking at $150, in my opinion, okay? It's not actually tradable right now. Be careful. There's probably going to be a ton of scam coins come out that try to say that they're Pi or they're a synthetic version. But something is moving with this coin in this network right now. It's finally, I've told you guys this for years if you watch this channel. Anytime I mentioned Pi Network, I said, it looks great, but what's the point? You can't trade it. It's going to be tradable. So all of this mining that people have been putting in for years and years, it's going to pay off. You may mine for 7 years and you may make $100. Maybe. But maybe it's $1,000. Maybe it's $10,000. I've been mining for 3 years, and based on a $4 price, I would make like $5,000 just on clicking my phone for 2 years, once a day, which I've been really shaky the last year. I've been doing it probably every 10 days last year. First year, I did it every day. Then I turned my notifications off. Keep your notifications on, and you'll mine it every day. If you got multiple devices, you could do it on different devices, as long as you get KYC on all of them. But the point is, something's moving with it, and it's something I think we're going to start paying attention to.
That's just being
Rin tin tin. That's it. I'm sold. Going all in on Pi, dumping everything else I own,
including my house.
Did you hear what I just said? Don't buy it.
Yeah,
mine it.
He's joking.
I don't know. He was the one that said something earlier. So, Kevin Cortez, he told me to shut up. Remove him from the channel. I don't like him. Seriously, move him from the channel.
I'm looking for it.
Yep, Kevin Cortez right there. If you tell me to shut up, you're leaving the channel. That's rude. I don't like it. You shut up, Kevin. Nobody will ever see you again. Not that anybody knows who you are anyways. But maybe your mom does. Maybe your mom is not as disappointed in you as that Vardis's mom is of him. Imagine that's the best thing you can push out of your minge. Okay. Cardano founder calls Black Swan author in Talib human garbage as Twitter now heats up. I've talked about Talib and his book about black swans. The Cardano co-founder the founder of Cardano and co-founder of the Ethereum network tweeted furiously about the famed trader and the Black Swan author Nassim Talib on January 2nd, labeling the writer a piece of garbage over a Twitter thread. He said, if you don't get why Nassim Talib is an arrogant piece of human garbage, oh yeah. There you go. That was 3 seconds for you. Then this thread will bring you up to speed. Lex is one of the smartest, most intellectually curious and humble people that I've met. Lib wrote some books about people pretend to have read at parties. So there you go. He's explaining why he didn't want to go on Lex Friedman's podcast. I guess Charles loves Lex Friedman. What's your thoughts on Lex Friedman?
It's all right. I mean, I'm not a big super long form podcast person. Like I'll be honest, I've never listened.
You're definitely not big and super long. I agree.
I've never listened to a full Lex Friedman podcast or
Gonzo in the chat. What's up, Gonzo?
Or a full Joe Rogan podcast. So I can't really.
I have listened to a few full Joe Rogan podcasts,
but I've seen a lot of clips.
Lex Friedman's boring to me.
Yeah,
super.
Well, he's an engineer. Like that's kind of in their DNA.
Ray Borham, is that a redundant last name? Borham? I like it. Boar and ham. I'm hanging up my boar on my wall tonight at my house. Bibboy, please give me hope with XRP. Sure, XRP the moon is going to end this year. The case is. I believe that for sure. Can't say for sure. I believe it's going to happen this year. We'll see. $1 billion hedge fund is betting against Bitcoin and Grayscale, not just USDT.
Wait, what did Charles say? We didn't read it.
No, I did. Yeah, I read it.
What did he say?
I read the entire thing. He didn't actually give a reason. He just said, if you don't understand why he's human garbage, then blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Yeah, we read the tweet. Because he's defending Lex. That's all he's saying.
Oh.
He's defending Lex.
Gotcha.
So, Persia continues to mount as Ram Al-Luida, CEO and co-founder of crypto investment advisor Lumida, pointed out a recent thread, 2 new characters, Valkyrie Investments and Furtree. Have you seen the drama between the Winklevoss twins and DCG?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about this morning.
Yeah, that's
with Barry Silbert and
yeah. So that's very interesting. That the Winklevoss twins basically made some accusations against him in a letter this morning. Should have had that one pulled up. Let's see. Do we have it on here somewhere?
You could just Google DCG News.
Yeah,
It
we'll do
comes
it in
right
a
up. And then according to Barry Silbert, he replied and said they've paid everything they're supposed to pay. But I bet Gemini earned customers feel differently.
They probably do.
Yeah.
Circle to help accelerate crypto's utility at the World Economic Forum.
Yep.
Oh, this is from Circle. You guys know. We killed Circle the other night. We're going to continue to do it. What do you think about Demo Network? It's a mineable coin mined by your vehicle. I don't know anything about it, Ryan. Don't know anything about it. But if we're talking about Pi Network and mining from your phone, we have talked about lots of times people will be able to mine from Internet of Things coins or networks one day.
XYZ was, I think it was XYZ, or there was something.
Not XYZ. XYZ was, what do they call it? AR. It was like Pokemon Go.
Right, but it was, I think you were mining geolocation data. That's what you, like if you kept it on and active, if you moved around,
That's true.
like that would be the type of thing you'd be mining with your car as well.
Do an interview with the founders of Pi BitBoy. Yeah, I actually, this is an SEC logo because we are the SEC champions. I should make an SEC champion BitBoy crypto shirt once Gary Gensler gets removed. That'd be great. But what I'd say is I reached out to them via email, so we'll see. I haven't heard anything back yet. So I put it through the contact request form on their site. So if you want to see the Pi Network founders interviewed, then make sure you go let them know that to send me a message because I'm probably the only person that would do it. So there you go. All right, Ripple XRP Army, throw the X up if you're in the chat. You're in the XRP Army. Ripple versus SEC court case update as of January 2nd, 2023. Currently, community is waiting the ruling date with both parties having made final submissions. Head of the verdict, pro XRP attorney John Deaton commissioned a poll asking the XRP community to share possible outcomes. Will the case settle after 18,000 polls shows 59% people think a settlement will happen? To be honest, 59% is higher than I would have guessed. I think people get it that it's better for a settlement. A year ago, I believed a settlement was likely because the SEC didn't want him in emails made public. So there you go. And here's the actual poll. Also, we need to turn you into a real football. You want to turn me into a real football?
Dang.
What is it? Because you want to kick me,
Savage.
or you want to hand egg me?
Stitch
You know,
up.
that's what people in Europe call American football.
Yeah, the hand egg.
Hand egg.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's really funny. I have a good time with it. Yeah. Let's see. Settles goes to verdict. There we go. Attorney Jeremy Hogan says he owns XRP because Ripple can't be sued again. And this is something he tweeted about Algorand, talking about why he likes Algorand. They won't be sued at all. We talked about this last week because he loves Silvio Macaulay. On December 27th, friend of the channel, David Gokhstein, who is founder and chairman of crypto-focused media outlet Gokhstein Media, talked about his plans to buy more XRP, the native token of XRPL. Says, first thing I'm going to do is make sure in the next few days is to have my crypto assets in order, going back to focus on BTC and ETH as my top dogs and adding more bags of Litecoin and XRP. He's in the Tom Crown army. I'll still go into meme coins, risk play, but it's money I can't afford to lose. We need to do a top 10 coins for 2023 video. You guys want to see that? Or what number should we say? 10, 5?
5 or 10. I mean, we could do both.
We could do 10.
I think it'd be interesting to look at because what that is likely a strategy of trying to find likely commodity coins, least likely to be considered securities. Like obviously we feel like Bitcoin's kind of covered. I think that's kind of the angle on Litecoin right now. Like it feels safe from regulation because of the way it was distributed.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what other ones we think could maybe fall under that commodity umbrella.
Well, almost all of them are. If our bill gets passed.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, assuming the way it stands right now.
But I don't. Kelly Kellum, BitLab, YouTube is going to start doing daily live streams this week. So make sure to subscribe. So you guys make sure to go subscribe to the, you can pin that. We were talking about Pi, so we move that up there. So the point is that I think you're going to see a lot more coins get pulled over as commodities. As these power grabbing here at the end, they know the end of their power is coming soon, and so I'm not thinking of it. Litecoin's not one of my top 10 coins for the year. Let me tell you what I think is going to be the number one niche. We talked about last week a little bit. Layer 2s.
Mm-hmm. For next year specifically.
You know who gave me some real interesting information? Carlos at Sweet on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Carlos. Get me thinking about that optimism. There's some stuff with optimism that's very fascinating.
Yeah, Johnny's been a big optimism guy for a while.
Yeah, well, he's a glass half full guy for sure. Okay, All right. Silvergate Capital hit with class action lawsuit. DeFi protocol Lido reaches 5.9 billion in TVL and dethroning Maker now. Could Lido Finance be the Aave of this next cycle? Possibly. Phantom becomes the most rapidly growing network on market. I don't trust those numbers. Early Bitcoin developer Luke Dasher loses 3.6 million in Bitcoin due to supposed key hack. Well, you know what, Luke? And this is what I said. Not only should you diversify your investments and not be a Bitcoin maximalist, but you should diversify where you hold your coins so you don't have $3.6 million in one wallet. It's not smart. Okay. He had many of his Bitcoins stolen. I mean, I feel bad for him. Feel bad for the guy. I'm not saying I don't feel bad for him, but the lesson here is not your keys, not your crypto is not the only thing you should be concerned about.
Right.
Also, diversifying your holdings across different platforms and wallets would be much smarter. Feel bad for him. I think he's got a bunch of kids. Sucks. But it is what it is. Then you had some people on there saying, "Oh, that's why managing your own keys is not important."
Yeah.
Keep them on exchange.
Udi doubled down on that.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that's a really bad take. How could you double down on that right now?
I don't know.
Bad take. I'll show you. That guy clout chases me so hard. He's like my number one fan. He comments on all my stuff. I'll show you overtakes El Salvador to become fourth largest crypto ATM hub. There you go. All right, we got a couple questions. I got a call I get to in a minute. So
we've hit a lot of the questions.
Okay.
Let's see. Top 10. This is Alexander's top 10 here. Theta XRP no.
No, definitely not a great top 10 there, Alexander Jones. Is that my friend Alex Jones?
No, it wasn't Carlos Matos. That'd be good.
Wait, what did I say? What
Carlos in the suite.
Oh, no, it's not Carlos Matos in the suite. Even though I have met Carlos in real life, he's a big fan of the channel. Carlos, very funny guy. He can touch his toes. He'll tell you that. He'll do it right in front of you. He'll just fold over.
Yeah, he will.
Okay. Do I have an opinion about new Ledger stacks? Hopefully they'll send me one. I want to check them out. I want to check out Ledger stacks.
I think they look legit.
Yeah,
I think I don't know if they're I don't know if they're shipping them yet. I think
I don't think they're out quite yet.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, there we go. Great show today. Everybody else is off. We're working today. It's because we're here for the people as always. Be here all week. I'm going to be live streaming with Sensitive Crypto Monday and Tuesday of next week. So we're super excited about that. I love those guys. The Michael Saylor bit that they did on Around the Blockchain and on their show was the funniest thing of the entire year. Yeah. I got to give them credit for 2022. So, all right, guys, that is all we got. You can't touch your toes. No, I cannot. I can almost touch my toes. But when I say touch his toes, he can like palms on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like, I can. Maybe we'll do it on the show one day. But I got to really stretch to do it. I'm not that flexible. So you think hanging around TJO so much, I'd be a little more flexible, but I'm not. I'm
not flexible either.
we make a good match. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Have a happy new year. Thanks to Pluto Alliance. We now know the winners of this month and next month. So that was our last drawing for Pluto Alliance. We'll give you more details on our newsletter coming soon. That's all I got. Be blessed. No, ATB's on its own channel starting tomorrow. They're off today.
Yeah.
Around the Blockchain will be back on its own channel tomorrow. So I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.